Hello everyone, this is Tim Rice, your success advisor, and today's video message is society conditions and programs women to be monogamous. Why give a woman monogamy when no matter what, you can't keep her? If Bill Gates and other billionaires can't keep a woman, what makes you think you can? The only person that can keep a woman is if a woman wants to be kept. You say she's already a slave to her emotions. So if a woman is a slave to her emotions, that means if you give her a belief system, she's going to be a slave to that. And as men, we don't benefit from monogamy. You see? So you have all these men out here that are protectors and providers, and they're not benefiting from monogamy. Most of them. And monogamy is for those who want that. But if you're a man and you know that you struggle with monogamy, there's no benefit at giving a woman monogamy because billionaires can't keep her. You see, women are emotional. And when they were indoctrinated into the systems of society through religion, culture, government, politics, everything, it gives them a certain emotional attachment to their belief systems. So men, we think, oh, so for monogamy, she'll be with us. But what you have to understand is that it's based on her feelings and emotions. I mean, understand, I have friends that are wealthy guys and they've gotten divorced and they were good men. They didn't cheat. So my whole point is that the way society is indoctrinating women, women are truly more than ever slaves to their emotions. And what's happening is that as men, we're giving them something and it doesn't matter, because you have to understand society is very intelligent. When I mean society, I'm talking about the systems that we depend on. Government, culture, politics, religion, they know exactly how to manipulate us into doing what they want us to do. And the reason why is because we believe in a system. But see, the Creator says that men need to be independent of what man thinks. And that independence means that you have indoctrinated yourself, meaning you have to indoctrinate yourself into a system of consciousness. And consciousness cannot be controlled. You see, society is conditioning you to depend on it. And you're having a dependent nature on society. Everything that it offers. And men, we love the sports. All this stuff make us go from category to category to category to soothe ourselves. Because the last thing that we want when we're indoctrinated into the ego is to live in the moment and be spiritual and be conscious, because that requires strong mental fortitude, you see? And this is what men have. So when that Bible was created, those men knew, you see? Why is it that anybody in the world could look on YouTube or Discovery Channel at lions, I use this all the time in a lot of my videos, live their life, and we never question it. But then we read the Bible and we start to question it. The Bible is nothing more than a manual teaching you about human behavior. So this is how we're supposed to behave. Why is it society is so much different from the Bible? Why is it that some of the most spiritual people are at peace and they're happy? You see, you can't have peace and happiness if you are living within the demands of the ego. The ego always ends in suffering. So the whole point of this, why would you give somebody something that you struggle to give when there is no benefit? You see, masculine men, we know. We are aware. We are astute. We're conscious of behavior. And the funny thing about behavior is that nobody just does something once. They do it multiple times, so you have to study behavior. You see, it's not just about getting the bag. You have to know the game so you don't have to play the game. The people you see struggling, getting divorces, being sad, being upset, they're doing this because guess what? They're not conscious. They're living an ego-based life. They're living a life of dogma and indoctrination. The life you're supposed to be living is fluid, it's flexible, it's like water. That means you adapt and you adjust to society as you're living it. And you make the corrections in order to master and to live an effective life. You understand? Effectiveness is the key to life. You have to be able to adapt to what society is doing. You see, society was doing this before you were born. It's doing it now, and after you're gone, it's going to continue to do it. History is just simply repeating itself, like the downfall of America that they're saying. You think that America's going to have a downfall and that with that military, that's going to happen? No. No. 9/11. COVID. Think about it. They're all programmed into life. It's an illusion. So you have to be conscious of it. But I'm getting off point. Monogamy is something that was forced upon us, and we're not really being able to live our life to the fullest extent, because what it's doing is that it's making us hurt our women. You see, monogamy is making us damage our women. You see, the one thing a man is supposed to do as a leader is protect his woman. But how do you be a good leader if you offer her monogamy and you know that you're not going to be monogamous? You see, women are really designed to be with one man as a virgin and go right to him. Why is that? Because in the Bible, they knew back then that women can't take pain. They are designed to be loyal to that man and their families and their children. They can't be out in them streets like us. You see? So men, we're programmed to be husbands. Women, they're programmed to be like little men because they're learning the same things that we're learning. And the biggest challenge is that, yeah, men are protectors and providers, but men are not leaders because we don't question, contest, or debate the structures and the systems that we are indoctrinated into. We just allow the government and politics and everything, the law, to just do what it wants to do because we're not masculine, you see? Masculinity challenges everything every step of the way. It's about consciousness. And when you living in a world and you say, hey, yeah, my government is corrupt. All governments all over the world is corrupt. Why? Because of lack of consciousness. Masculinity is above femininity. Masculinity is the supreme consciousness. It comes from God. Men are conditioned for it. We're designed to go out into those streets. It's a battlefield and fight for our lives, for our families, so we can survive. Doesn't matter about technology. Technology does not change behavior. You don't see a lion or a tiger saying, hey, it's technology, so I'm going to be different. No, they go out there, they go get that hunk of meat and they bring it back home. So technology don't change. That's something that a woman wants you to do. That's feminine behavior. As I said before, the Bible is nothing more than a manual that teaches you human behavior, and it tells you what is acceptable from the Creator in terms of behavior and what isn't. And if you see women that are misbehaving all over the internet, seeking attention, guess what? What you see them living and doing, they're experiencing life from the ego point of view. If you see men doing the same thing, running around chasing women with no intention of having a family and having children, guess what? They're suffering. They're suffering on every level you can imagine to be a part of the Creator's kingdom, to be at peace and to be happy. You had to be conscious, and you had to behave, and you had to be honest and tell the truth. The biggest challenge with society is the lies that it tells. Imagine you're supposed to protect and provide and lead a woman, and you're lying to her. You see? That's the whole point. So that's why monogamy doesn't work, because if you don't have the intentions of actually being honest and true to a woman, guess what, man? You're going to damage her, man. My name is Tim Rice. I've traveled the world for 15 years, and I've studied human behavior for 15 years, and let me tell you something. You can't twist it. Human behavior is its own language, and you have to learn it. Because if you don't, this world will crush you. This is Tim Rice. I approve this message. Give me some comments down below and like and subscribe. You ain't never gonna find nobody like me, because I'm the YouTube guys in America that got my passport and travel the world, and I see things totally different from anybody else. They're giving you content for America. I'm giving you content for human beings. Who can do that? Come to Tim Rice, y'all. You have a good day.